Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are doing good. Real Madrid have dropped points once again, and coming to the La Liga hopes of Real Madrid, some very dark clouds have covered our title hopes. They were literally there at the Valdebebas, it was raining, our players struggled to hit top gear, and we can say that the dark clouds were firmly hiding the sun of hope that we Madridistas were hoping to see. Before the match we knew it was going to be difficult to win La Liga, but we can say Real Madrid have successfully compounded their problems, and from here on, we will be needing a big slice of luck in order to defend the title. The 4 points that we dropped in the past 3 games, they have put our rivals in the driver's seat, and I don't know what to say about yesterday's performance. To an extent, you can understand why Real Madrid played the way they played, but there is no denying it left us all very frustrated and disappointed. So in this video, we will be doing the post-match analysis of Real Madrid versus Real Betis. We will be talking about the performance of our players, so let's get started. Let's start by having a look at the lineup. Zidane chose to go with 4 at the back. We had Courtois in goal. In defense, we had Militao, Varane, Nacho and Carvajal. In the midfield, Zidane chose to go with Modric, Casemiro and Isco. And in attack, we had Asensio, Benzema and Rodrygo. Now, since none of you were able to guess the correct scoreline, none of you could predict a stalemate, so unfortunately, we have to skip our customary shoutout. But talking more about the lineup, obviously the thing that caught the eye was how Zidane was using Nacho in this match. And as the match progressed, you could see why the presence of Nacho and not Marcelo made sense. Betis had Diego Lainez on the right side of the attack. He was a constant pain in the neck for the defenders. At times he showed some electric pace, and Real Madrid did find it difficult to contain the 20-year-old. So initially I was alright with Nacho starting there, but we could see that the left-hand side of our attack wasn't as lively as we have seen in other games. We were missing the dynamic runs of Vinicius on the left. Zidane decided to hand him a rest, keeping Chelsea in mind, and you could argue that Vinicius should have started, but even with the squad and the attackers we had on the pitch, you would expect a little more. If we talk about the first half, it was a very cagey half of football, and I thought Betis did very well to keep our attackers quiet. They had set up in the 4-2-3-1 formation, and they were pressing in a very organized manner. Have a look at this instance in the 15th minute. Modric had received the ball, but there were 3 players in green who had quickly closed down on Modric, and he was lacking passing options. And this was something that we saw many times in the match. On the contrary, however, if we talk about the pressing of Real Madrid, we can all agree it wasn't that great yesterday. There were many instances where Betis were building from the back quite comfortably, and Real Madrid seemed to allow that to happen. Now, whether that was a strategy to conserve some energy for the match against Chelsea, or was it the case of players being extremely tired, we can only speculate here. We had the 5-4-1 formation without the ball. We also saw Modric was coming out to lead the press, as you can see in this picture, but I thought Modric was lacking his shine in this match. Now, I won't go on to say that he was bad or anything like that. He cut out a number of passes by positioning himself in the right place at the right time, but something was missing in his game. He was misplacing passes, which was a bit odd to see, but there are some rumors suggesting that Modric had not completely recovered from the latest back injury. So that may be the case why we saw a conservative approach from him. But if we talk about the rest of the team, they were also missing many key components needed to dominate a match. For starters, our attackers could not manage to create clear-cut chances. There was one instance in the first half where Benzema had showed some nice bit of play to get past 3 Betis players in the penalty box, and then he had managed to set up Rodrygo. But apart from that, we didn't really trouble the Betis keeper. We were lacking the cutting edge in attack, and seeing this issue, Zidane tried to make a few changes in the middle of the game. Rodrygo had started on the right and Asensio had started on the left, but by the time we reached the half-an-hour mark, we could see they had switched positions. It was the same for Isco and Modric. Isco had started on the left side of the midfield, but here you can see Modric was playing in that position that is usually occupied by Kroos, and Isco was playing in the right side of the midfield. And if we talk about Isco, he had a few good moments, but I'm still not convinced with the overall play of Isco. He is still struggling to find his previous self, and will he ever be like the old Isco that we saw in 2018 or at times in 2019? I'm not sure about that. But moving on, the second half of Real Madrid was pretty average as well. We had the shot from Rodrygo that came off the crossbar. It was audacious to have a go at goal from that angle and distance, but that is the closest we got in the match. Betis as well, they had some excellent chances. Real Madrid were pushing forward, desperately looking for goals, and there were many times when we looked vulnerable on the counter-attacks. There was the chance where Diego Lainez had released the ball for Canales running into space. He whips in the ball for Borja Iglesias. He takes a slightly heavy touch while receiving the ball, but that is all Courtois needed. He came off his line, he was quick to react, and he made a big save to prevent Madrid from going down in the match. Zidane, seeing the clock tick down, switched the formation as well. He switched to the 3-4-3 formation. He took Carvajal and Isco off, put Marcelo and Odriozola as the wing-backs, but nothing seemed to up the tempo. Vinicius Vinicius had created a good opportunity, but he scuffed his shot at the last moment. And probably the only good thing from the match was Hazard coming on and showing some signs of positivity with a 13-minute cameo. It was good to see him return after a long time. He was looking good on the ball, at times he looked sharp, and definitely this is a big bonus for us as we take on the Blues in a few days' time. So on the whole, we can say it wasn't a very entertaining match. This was the third goalless match in the past 4 games, and I am starting to get a bit concerned about the players. We started off the month very well, but in the past few games, the players have not looked prepared to last 90 minutes. They huff and puff towards the final minutes, the injuries have not helped as well, and I am hoping that the players would be 100% ready for the game against Chelsea. With the chances in La Liga dwindling, we now set our eyes on the Champions League. This is the competition we love. The players as well love to turn up in that competition, so let's see how we go about our business there. It certainly won't be easy. Chelsea have made some nice progress under Thomas Tuchel, and I am just wishing right now that Mendy and Kroos are completely fit for this match. We clearly saw why Kroos is so important in the past few matches, and his abilities makes going much smooth for Real Madrid. So those are my thoughts from the match against Betis, and let's conclude this video by listening to what Zidane had to say in his post-match press conference. Assessing the performance of the team, Zidane said, "We've lost 2 points, we were very good defensively, but we lacked a lot offensively. We lacked something up front today, and now it's time that we recover well after losing those 2 points. We have 5 matches left in La Liga, but there's a long way left. If La Liga were to end today, then we'd lose it. But La Liga didn't finish today. There are 5 more games, and the other teams in the race have to play as well." Zidane, while answering his critic, also said, "You think if we drop points we are not good and everyone else is playing well, but it's not like that. We're in a good shape. It's going to be a difficult game on Tuesday, the most difficult of the season. We are ready to play these kind of games. We were missing something today and couldn't win it, but the other teams will still have to play this round of games." And lastly, he was asked about the performance of Carvajal and Eden Hazard. He said Hazard played really well, he's feeling good, and I'm happy to see him on the pitch. It's important to see him back with us. He's a quality player and we are going to enjoy him as much as we can until the end of the season. On Carvajal, Zidane said, "We'll see if he starts Tuesday. Carvajal played 20 minutes the other day and got some more minutes today. He's in good shape and all the players are looking good." So those are the thoughts of our coach, and now it's your time to let me know about your thoughts from that performance. What did you make about the performance of our players? Write in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid, and as always, a la Madrid.